friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation. What are their current energies? And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Awakened Tarot, and pile number two is the Tinseltown Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today. But I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. I can check the details in the description box below. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect in the extended. So in the extended, we'll look at what are their current realizations, what do they want from your connection, and what is their next move. Details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose the Awakened Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energy, so close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty. Hold on, specifically for no contact and no separation situation. What are the person's current emotions? Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Death, Page of Cups, okay. Contradictory energy coming out in your reading today, pile one. I also have your Oracle cards. We have Message in a Bottle. Yes, I did get that energy, but I also find that your person's holding themselves back. We have Hell with each challenge helps me grow and step into my power. We have Healing. Okay. So there is a push and pull going on with your person at this point in time. Sometimes they feel, okay, maybe I need to reach out to my person. I need to break the no contact between the two of us. And then they kind of freeze because they realize that no, maybe it's not the right time, or they're not ready. They don't want to. There's a lot of clashes going on, and would not be surprised if you've been feeling some energy turbulence on your end. Like sometimes you feel like your person's about to reach out to you, and then suddenly you find them very, very withdrawn. You might be feeling that chaos in the energy as well. You are not going crazy. That there is absolutely an energy turbulence going on with your person at this point in time. All right, even I'm feeling it. Like there's this energy of wanting to reach out and then holding themselves back completely. It's kind of like one end to another extreme, and your person seems to be flipping. Sometimes they want to come in, sometimes they do not want to come in, or the moment they feel they want to come in, that's when they realize they don't want to come in. Sometimes they feel like, okay, this connection does make me happy, and then they overthink that feeling completely, and they realize, okay, am I kidding myself? Am I just making this up in my head? So a lot of energy confusion on your person's end. I do think that ultimately there is some kind of message that needs to reach you from your person. And I also do understand on their end, they know this has to reach you. So either you're waiting for an answer or your person disappeared without giving you any explanation, and they owe you an explanation. They owe you some kind of apology. There's something that this person owes you, some kind of verbal communication, and they are very, very aware. But when is the right time to do that? That is what they are struggling with at this point in time. All right. And they might not also be sure whether they need to do it or not. So a lot of confusion. Sometimes they feel like, okay, I need to send them a message, and then they realize, no, why should I don't want to do it. Or they get scared and then they say, I don't know what is going to happen if I send that message, so I don't want to shake the water, so I'm just not going to do anything. So a lot of confusion on your person's end at this point in time, but the common theme for all of you is that there is some kind of verbal communication that this person owes you. There is, I mean, of course, with healing coming through, I think the more your person, spends time apart, goes through their own natural healing process, because I don't think that your person's intentionally focused on their healing journey. No, it's going very, very slow. It's going at its own pace. Like we just, how we are, our body, our mind, we're naturally healing all the time, right? And yes, when we're intentional about it, it can go a little bit faster, or we can kind of course correct a little bit smoother. But naturally things are happening at its own pace in its own time. So even with your person, I don't think that there is any intentional healing work going on. I don't see that energy, but I do feel that the more time passes between the two of you, there is this natural healing taking place. And the more they are healing, the more they're reducing this flip-flopping around, right? So the more calmer they are being, or the more they're settling in one state rather than constantly flipping around. But that by itself, it is going to take time for them to slowly settle down completely in one place, make that decision, feel good about themselves in that position, and then reach out, or even decide not to reach out. Though I do see that they are closer to reaching out than they are not reaching out, at least at this point. All right, so it looks like they're slowly shifting into reaching out, and whatever it is that you feel they owe you, they also know. So it looks like they're slowly moving into that energy, but there's a lot of flip-flop at this point in time. So I will say, you're not crazy if you're like constantly feeling like someone's going to reach out and then not, and then you might also be, this has happened so many times to me as well, where the other person sets an intention to send me a message, and then they don't, and then someone else will send me the exact same phrase, the exact same thing, and yeah, so that can happen as well. So that's the reason for that, is the energy has to go somewhere. So it'll come through another person, or it will just reach you somehow. Sometimes you can also have telepathic dreams. You can also have very, very vivid visions of your person sending you a message, and the exact phrasing as well, like to that detail. Yeah, you are not imagining things, you're not going crazy. It's just that the energy is so powerful on their end, but then they stop themselves from doing it. So it has to go somewhere, and then it reaches you. It has to reach you, and or it slips in when you are energetically open. So that's usually when you're a little bit relaxed and you are allowing that vision to come through, or even when you are in your dream state. Yeah, that's also when you are receptive energetically as well. All right, so you're not going crazy. I feel like saying this again and again, so because I can see the energy, like it's so, like we have the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Ten of Swords. We have clarity and wanting to come forward with the truth, and then we have no, I'm completely indecisive. We have two images of a person on the horse, but look at the energy. One coming forward with some kind of stability, some kind of offer. The other one, just representing that there is a transformation coming in with news of sorts, and that might be good, that might not be good. There is a lot of confusion on your person's end, like what are they supposed to do? I think if your person were to center themselves, balance themselves, they will know what to do, because intuitively they understand that this is the end point they have to get to. But there's a lot of internal war. There's a lot of internal fighting going on. I wouldn't even say conflict. I think that it's just fighting. They're just like hopping from one state to another at this point in time. But the moment, I guess I would say not the moment, the more time passes, yes, that's what I wanted to say. The more time passes, the more natural healing takes place, the more your person will settle down in one energy. But until then, it is going to be chaotic. You might want to set energetic boundaries on your end if it is too chaotic for you. All right, you can set energetic boundaries. Let's get more information, Hellooo. All right, now it makes sense. Okay, so why is your person like flip-flopping so much? The thing is, it really matters to them. The outcome of what they say, they are putting, maybe necessary or unnecessary, I don't know. That is completely dependent on your situation, but they are putting a lot of pressure on themselves to be successful, and whatever success could be defined in their way, maybe a particular reaction from you, or them being calm even after saying this message, or you saying yes, or something of that sort, you receiving the message very well. There's some outcome that your person is looking towards, and I think that they are focusing so much on the outcome that they're getting scared to take any action. Like, what if that outcome does not happen? Then I will not be able to handle it. They haven't really emotionally prepped themselves just yet. They don't feel stable enough to be okay with any other outcome at this point in time, which is why there's just so much of confusion. But over time, that will heal, right? That is actually a wounding that's coming up to surface where they don't feel secure unless they are sure of the outcome. So over time, what happens is, like I said, this will happen naturally. Even if your person doesn't put a conscious effort towards this, the intensity of wanting to send you that message will slowly overpower the fear that your person feels. And then that is, in a way, them working through that fear, all right? So I will say, give your person time, all right? If you want them to be the one to reach out to you, then give your person some time. If you reach out to them, I think that they are receptive to your energy, but they will be very closed off about this particular thing. So you guys, both of you, will talk about every single thing except what is meant to be talked about. And even if you try to access that energy within them, I think that it will be very, very closed off, very, very blocked, because your person wants a certain outcome with this. And until they work through that, they will not be willing to talk to you about this particular thing. But other aspects, it does look like your person's energy might be open, but also that depends on what both of you are going through, your individual situations. So trust your intuition about that. But with respect to this particular topic, yeah, it's very clear that they're very closed off about that. All right. So this is where I'll leave you for today, pile one. Let's take a look at the extended. Let's see what wants to come through. In the extended, we will be looking at what are their current realizations, what do they want from your connection, and we will look at what is their next move. Details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. Pile one, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. For those of you who chose the Tinseltown Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energy. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alright, Pile 2, specifically for no contact and or separation situation, what are your person's emotions? Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Death. Okay. Truth be told, Pile, and Abandonment. Okay. First off, there's definitely reconciliation energy coming through in your reading today, Pile 2, and I think it's coming through from your person's end. Like, there is a deep desire for reconciliation, and here's the reason why. I think that there has been a massive, massive transformation that's happened within your person, and today it feels like, or at least to them, it feels like the version that they are today will be ready for this connection, or will be able to show up in this connection the way that maybe you have always wanted them to, or the way that makes them feel good about being in this connection. I would not be surprised if this connection in the past has had a false start. Maybe things started up between the two of you and then it never went anywhere. It could also be that there might have been constant conflicts, constant fights between the two of you, maybe a lot of your person's ego stepping in and triggering you, you also triggering their wounds. But time has passed. I would not be surprised if for some of you this is reconciliation after months or even years as well. The reason is that your person has been through their own journey with respect to other aspects of their life. Would not be surprised if you've not heard from this person and then suddenly they're popping up in your energy, because it looks like they've gone through some kind of a journey without you. It doesn't look like it is entangled with your energy at all, but they've been through some kind of a very big life experience that has completely shifted the way that they show up and their thoughts, their feelings, their behavioral pattern. It's very aligned to how they should have been back then. And your person recognizes it today. They know, they intuitively feel as well that the version they are today, it will be able to kind of balance out this connection, and they intuitively feel like things could work out between the two of you. Now, I do want to say, just because your person feels that way, it does not mean you have to force yourself to align with that. It doesn't mean you have to force yourself to feel that way. Maybe time has passed and you've changed. Maybe you no longer align with this connection or with this person. That's completely onto you, Paltu. You absolutely have free will and you get to choose yourself, all right? That's one message that's coming through. But they intuitively feel that they are ready for this connection. And I think that there is this energy where they want to take charge of their life. They want to make decisions that feel in alignment, and reaching out to you feels like alignment for this person. And I think that there has been like these constant thoughts about you, about needing to reach out to you, and also hoping for something more. Now, when this person comes in, and they are definitely coming in, Paltu, that energy is very certain, but when this person comes in, it might be through small conversations. They will try to make small talk first, get to know you, re-get to know you, allow you to get to know them. It will start off small, and then it will build over time. That is the intention, at least. We'll take a look at what is their next move actually going to be. We'll look at it in the extended, but in their intentions, it's very, very clear that they want to first start off small. They want both of you to get reacquainted, is also the word that's coming through. And slow and steady, they feel like both of you will be able to build on this connection. And they also feel that given the energy that they are in, they will be able to handle the intensity, the depth of this connection. It looks like this person feels that they can be an equal partner by your side in this connection. Now, for some of you, I am seeing a lot of regret coming through. So maybe, regret over their past actions, regret over what could have happened but did not happen. That's also one more message that's coming through. And they're hoping that, not that you will look past it. That's not exactly what I wanted to say, but maybe you will be able to forgive them. Maybe you will be able to give them a chance despite what's gone down in the past. Yeah, that's more of the energy. Like they understand if you hold them accountable, and they are also holding themselves accountable. So it's not like brushing it under the carpet. No, it's that they want you to give them a chance despite what's happened in the past between the two of you. And so right now, I think that they're thinking a lot about how to approach you, how to approach this connection, because they do understand that they might have triggered a lot of abandonment wounds within you, and they understand that you may be closed off. You may not want this connection. So it's kind of like the thought process, all right, well, if they don't want this connection, I completely respect them, but I, on my end, have to at least give this a try, or I need to at least see if this is a possibility. So that's them kind of playing out their thought processes, and it looks like they want to at least give this a chance. They don't want to walk away without knowing what the outcome is going to be. So very sure energies coming through on your person's end. It looks like they have hurt you in the past, and there is acknowledgement of that, but they're hoping that both of you will be able to move past that and start something new, Start something that's very grounded, that's very focused on clarity, and I'm hearing a lot of communication on their end as well. So maybe in the past your person wasn't very clear with their thoughts, with their feelings, constantly holding it back. Maybe there were a lot of communication issues between the two of you as well. So it looks like your person has learned how to be a version of themselves that can, maybe have honest conversations. Honest and empathetic is the correction that came through in my mind. Maybe also, just being a stable presence rather than maybe on and off cycles between the two of you. But they understand that if you are hesitant, it is because they've behaved so in the past. So they're hoping that maybe both of you will be able to move past that and maybe give this connection a chance. Right? But if you don't want to, I do see that your person is, like, they will respect that and they will walk away. So it is completely onto you, but they will give it a try. They will at least bring up the conversation. They will at least let you know that this is what is in their mind. I would expect this person to come forward, just that the energy also seems quite intense. It seems to be moving very fast as well. Yes, a lot of regret, a lot of pain about how they've shown up in the connection, but today they feel like there is a possibility of unlocking some kind of joy, some kind of happiness between the two of you. I think that they do see a long-term future in this connection, and they also intuitively feel like both of you can make each other happy. And I think that that is the feeling that they want to flow with at this point in time. Nighttime could be significant. Like your person might be thinking a lot about you, especially at night. You could be feeling the intensity of their thoughts at night as well. But yes, whatever fights had happened between the two of you in the past, your person wants to also kind of take responsibility, take accountability, speak through it, talk through it, like whatever both of you need in order to give this connection another chance. It looks like your person is open to it, and today they're very emotionally from emotionally unavailable energy, your person stepping into very emotionally available energy where they feel ready for this connection. They want to give this connection a go. They want to be a part of this connection with you, and they want to also make sure that past pain between the two of you is resolved as well. Right? So very straightforward reading for you, Paltio. The intention is very, very strong. I will take a look at what is next for your connection in the extended. Let's take a look at actually what. So let's take a look at what are their current realizations. This is what we'll be covering in the extended. Then we will look at what do they want from your connection. So I'll get more oracle cards. I'll get more details about this. And then this one, I think I'll change the connection to what's next in your connection. All right, because their next move does seem to be them reaching out. So I'll take a look at what is going to happen after that. Okay. Paltio, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. Paltio, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.